The first light graces the Galilean countryside, its gentle touch awakening the serene landscape. A young boy stirs from sleep, his stretch a silent greeting to the dawning day. Oblivious, he yawns, unaware of the extraordinary events about to unfold. The air is still, save for the soft rustle of leaves and the distant promise of a new day. In the distance, a faint murmur begins to rise, hinting at a gathering. The murmur grows, a subtle yet persistent undercurrent to the tranquil morning. Sunlight paints the humble room as dust motes swirl, a silent ballet in the morning light. At the worn table, the mother's hands work with tender precision, packing barley loaves and fish. 5 loaves and 2 small fish rest neatly in the cloth bag, a humble feast for the day ahead. A gentle smile graces her lips, a silent blessing woven into the simple act of care. The boy watches, his young eyes mirroring a blend of eagerness and familiar comfort. The Sea of Galilee shimmers, reflecting the bright day as the boy arrives at the bustling shore. A vast crowd surges with anticipation, their voices a low hum of excitement and expectation. Animated discussions fill the air, whispers of healings and profound teachings spreading like wildfire. The boy's eyes widen, his gaze sweeping across the multitude, captivated by the palpable energy. He listens intently, absorbing every word, every gesture, drawn into the electrifying atmosphere. A sense of wonder washes over him, the promise of something extraordinary hanging heavy in the air. On a sun-drenched hillside, Jesus stands, his hair gently swaying in the breeze as he prepares to teach. His voice, clear and resonant, carries across the hillside, drawing the attention of the waiting crowd. A young boy sits mesmerized, his eyes wide with wonder, drawn to the gentle power of Jesus' words. Hours drift by, unnoticed, as the crowd remains captivated, lost in the profound teachings of Jesus. The setting sun casts long shadows across the hillside as a sense of unease settles among the crowd. A low grumble of hunger ripples through the assembled crowd, a palpable wave of need. Disciples exchange worried glances, their hushed whispers rising and falling like the wind. A young boy clutches at his stomach, his face etched with discomfort as his body betrays him. The boy's stomach rumbles loudly, a stark reminder of their shared emptiness. On a serene hillside, disciples surround Jesus, their faces etched with concern in the fading sunlight. Disciples, "Master, the hour is late. Send the crowds away so they can go to find food and lodging." Jesus turns to his disciples, a serene yet challenging expression on his face. "You give them something to eat." Disciples, incredulous. "That would take more than half a year's wages." The disciples question, "Are we to go and spend that much on bread and give it to them to eat?" On a sun-drenched hillside, Andrew surveys the crowd. His gaze settles upon a lone boy with a modest lunch. A determined glint sparks in Andrew's eyes as he begins to approach. With a gentle grace, Andrew kneels beside the boy. His presence is calm, a stark contrast to the bustling hillside. The boy glances up, curiosity and a hint of apprehension in his eyes. On the hillside, bathed in the long shadows of the late afternoon sun, Andrew turns towards the boy, his face etched with gentle concern. Hesitantly, the boy opens his worn bag, its contents a stark revelation against the vast landscape. The meager lunch is revealed, a small offering in the face of overwhelming need. A quiet moment hangs in the air as the reality of their situation sinks in. The boy's eyes reflect a dawning awareness, a realization of how little they have to share. A moment of realization dawns on the boy's face, how little it is for so many. On the hillside, a gentle breeze dances through the boy's hair as he stands poised, a moment of silent struggle etched on his face. With a hesitant resolve, he extends his hand, his offering of lunch, a fragile bridge between them. The offering is made, a silent act of kindness, in the golden light of the late afternoon. He places the lunch carefully into Andrew's hands, the gesture filled with a palpable mix of vulnerability and expectation. His eyes reflect a nervous hope, seeking a connection in the shared moment of giving and receiving. On the hillside, Andrew presents the simple lunch, a humble offering against the vast landscape. A young boy follows, his heart pounding with anticipation, a mix of uncertainty clouding his youthful eyes. All eyes turn towards Jesus, a silent plea hanging in the air, seeking hope in his presence. The late afternoon sun casts long shadows, heightening the tension of the moment. On the hillside, Jesus holds bread and fish, his gaze lifted towards the heavens in solemn prayer. A resonant thanks echoes, filled with profound gratitude, vibrating through the air. A young boy watches, his eyes wide with wonder. As the scene unfolds before him, the moment burns itself into the boy's memory, an indelible mark of faith and awe. As the sun dips low, long shadows stretch across the hillside, where Jesus' movements are peaceful as he breaks the bread. He offers the first piece to a disciple, a silent promise passing between them. A hush falls over the multitude as baskets overflow with loaves and fishes, an impossible bounty. Faces glow in the warm light, filled with wonder as they partake in the miraculous meal. In small clusters, they share food and fellowship, a moment of serene unity under the watchful sky. The hillside glows as the setting sun bathes a crowd in golden light, their faces radiant with joy and contentment. Laughter and chatter fill the air, a symphony of shared happiness echoing through the gathering. Jesus, framed by the warm evening light, gestures calmly towards his disciples. "Gather the leftovers," Jesus says, his voice carrying over the joyful murmur. Baskets overflow, a bounty far exceeding the humble offering, a testament to abundance. Under a canopy of blazing stars, the boy treads a dusty path, each step stirring the earth around his worn sandals. His bag, now limp and empty of fish, hangs at his side, a testament to a day's fruitless labor. Yet, a faint smile graces his lips, hinting at an inner contentment that transcends mere commerce. He reflects on the day's teachings, the wisdom received sinking deep into his heart. A feeling of hope settles within him, a quiet promise blooming in the stillness of the night. The stars above mirror the newfound wonder in his eyes, a universe of possibilities unfolding before him.